in the 2019 NFL Pro Bowl game. This fielded at the 2. Nifty move. And now running right through it. The NFC offense taking the field, being led in blue by the NFL's all-time passing leader. 12th Pro Bowl nomination for the great QB from New Orleans, Drew Brees.
And you and I both know that this is not easy for him. It's fun to play football at any time, but you know he'd rather be preparing for the Super Bowl and still trying to get that missed call out of his head that may have prevented his Saints from getting there.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. Touchdown! Zach Ertz, 59 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So the NFC with our first touchdown of the game, and of course we'll probably see some offense in this one. I don't know, though, that we'll see what we saw in 2013 when the NFC posted 62 points.
You talk about pyrotechnics. That was crazy, even for a Pro Bowl. 62 points. I think you wore out your voice in that one, talking about all the touchdowns that were scored.
I would love to see 63 or more, though, I got to tell you. All about offense in this thing.
Pro Bowl offense. Let's go.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. And we can break that scoring drive down pretty easily. One play, a long touchdown pass into the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Mahomes in the AFC now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And he's got the hook up to Landry. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Mahomes now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Starters defensively for the NFC, they have 9 guys with Pro Bowl experience. The 2 rookies, while they're in the secondary, both of the Chicago Bears, Kyle Fuller at corner, Eddie Jackson, the free safety. They join a 3-timer in the Eagles, Malcolm Jenkins, and an 8-time Pro Bowler in Patrick Peterson of Arizona. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Now Mahomes, and he's got a man open. That's Allen. A good pickup there, a 22. For Patrick Mahomes, what a season he had. First as a full-time starter, and he goes over 5,000 yards, 50 touchdowns, and rewarded with his first Pro Bowl.
And think about if you're in Kansas City, the organization, the team, the city, how well are you set up for future years with that youngster as your quarterback? Not only are the guys on the team excited about it, think about free agents, thinking about where they might want to play. If you're a free agent receiver, you're thinking Kansas City.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well. Jarvis Landry, the intended receiver, and that'll make it 3rd down. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And it's complete to Kelsey. And this will move the sticks yet again as the tackle's going to be made at the NFC's 33. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A 2nd-time Pro Bowler here. This is the Chargers' Melvin Gordon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Working from the gun, Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. And this will move the sticks yet again as the tackle's going to be made at the NFC's 20-yard line. Operating from the red zone now, Mahomes. Mahomes hit, he lost the football. On 2nd and 9, Mahomes gets it to Gordon. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and that'll lead here to a third down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Now this drive, they're 2 for 2 on third down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Here's Mahomes to throw. He is going to find Hill here. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. So another third down conversion, and now they've got a 1st and goal. A first-time Pro Bowler. Here's James Conner of the Steelers. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Second down and goal. Mahomes looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Here's Mahomes, 3rd and goal. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sack back around the 8. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
That's quite a stand there defensively. A huge sack on third down, and that's going to force him into a field goal attempt.
And Myers able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3.
Well, no surprise there. Extremely reliable during the regular season. Bailed his team out time and again. Knocks another one through, this time in the Pro Bowl.
And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. The offense for the NFC ready to get their next drive started. They go play action here on first down. Well, we can continue to talk Pro Bowl as we go along, but let's talk a little Super Bowl. Super Bowl 53, 1 week from today over in Atlanta, New England taking on the Rams. Time for your Super Bowl prediction, CD. What do you think?
Well, everyone thinks defense when they think the New England Patriots, but in the time that they've had their head coach and their quarterback, Tom Brady, guess what? They're the number 1 offensive team in the NFL. And you know the Rams are high flyers as well. So that tells me that this Super Bowl, low scoring. It's going to be at a total anomaly. I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of 13-10 final score. Going totally opposite what it should be.
Wow, I'm going to completely disagree. I see high scoring, maybe 51-44, something like that. The 2 punters, so Johnny Hecker and Ryan Allen, don't even show up to this one.
Johnny Hecker might throw a touchdown pass because you know the Rams like to fake it when he's on the field.
And he finds his tight end. It's Ertz. That one goes for 24 yards. For Drew Brees, this his 12th Pro Bowl nomination, though he hasn't played all 12 years, but still, what a career and what a season. And to do it at this age, and that's going to be caught. Touchdown NFC. Zach Ertz with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the NFC adds on to their lead. So they've had 2 drives, and he's had the 2 receiving touchdowns.
And how about a game plan where you decide to force feed or feature someone, and it works? First 2 drives, as you noted, end up in touchdown passes. I think they're going to keep going to them until the defense makes any kind of an adjustment.
Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
Looking left side, that's caught by Landry. Now the AFC going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. Now the AFC going to take a timeout. It's their 2nd as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. from midfield. Here's Mahomes. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the Pro Bowler, the intended receiver. That'll bring up second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now it's Mahomes again. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. Well, they'll get the yardage, but they hate to see him take that hit.
You're always trying to cool off a big-time guy throwing the ball, but you have to know when to back off, pull up, and not hit him. There's the penalty.
Now here's Mahomes. Got Gordon open, completes it. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. And again, it's Mahomes. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the AFC going to use their final timeout of the half as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Myers' kick is good. And a second field goal here cuts their deficit to 14-6 now. So, yes, they'll still be down going into intermission, but the deficit is now made even smaller.
Yeah, and if nothing haywire happens here in his last couple of precious seconds, they will go into the locker room with a nice bounce in their step, having gotten a little bit closer on the scoreboard.
Ready to begin their next drive here, the NFC offense. Now a play fake here on first down. Looking deep for Julio. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
That's what we want right there, CD. It's a Pro Bowl. Give us some of these long touchdowns.
We want plays that cover a lot of ground. We want long-distance plays, whether long-distance runs, long-distance passes. It doesn't matter. In the Pro Bowl, big plays are what we're all looking for.
Rosas to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-6. So we've reached halftime of the 2019 Pro Bowl with the NFC on top. As we'll send you across town to our studios here in Orlando and check in with the coach at our EA Sports Halftime Report.
The NFC looking to rewrite a little history as they lead this 2019 Pro Bowl at the break. Now remember, they've lost both of the previous Pro Bowls played here in Orlando. But maybe, just maybe, this is the one to break the streak. A lot still to play for in the second half as we go back to Camping World Stadium and Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the AFC set to go now. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll try and run forward with Connor. Well, they hit him in the backfield, and he will not escape. And that is not going to get it done.
But these guys are going to chop into that deficit. They're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. And you can't do it much better than that. This ball kicks out of bounds at the 4-yard line. They decide against going for it on 4th and 1, maybe to the dismay of their offense, but, hey, a nice consolation prize down inside the 5.
Nice consolation prize indeed. So maybe the offense is upset, but they show confidence in their defense by punting it away.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. Julio Jones all alone. And touchdown. Julio Jones, 96 yards. And the NFC able to widen their advantage. Wouldn't be the Pro Bowl without the QBs taking some shots, and that shot paid off.
He understood, I don't know if it's instinctively or if he did his homework, that you do take your shots, as you said, in this game because the payoff is terrific. We will remember how many touchdown passes you throw. I don't think we ever recall how many interceptions you throw in a game like this.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run. Mahomes hit. He lost the football. And it's scooped up by the NFC. And they will set up shop red zone territory at the 13-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating.
And he is in. Touchdown NFC. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the NFC able to use the short field as they cash in for 6.
And we know they won't get their names in the stat sheet, but the offensive line has to get all the credit for that touchdown run. Tremendous job of blocking, paving the way for the 6 points.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll push the lead up to 29 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense for the AFC set to go now. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
Now, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. This one quickly into the hands of Landry. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. From the gun, it's Mahomes. Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes. The defensive player of the year, Aaron Donald. And that's going to make it 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. On the return is Cohen. Oh, he slipped right by him. Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete. Jalen Ramsey right there in coverage to knock it away. Now Breeze on the bootleg. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily,
touchdown! Zach Ertz, 38 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And this is obviously quite a performance. And most of the time when we talk about someone putting a team on their back, I think we're talking about a guy who runs the football. In this case, It's a guy out wide catching it, and he's done exactly that, truly leading his team right now towards victory.
3 touchdown catches. He's been the headliner. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Mahomes now on first down. And he finds his Chiefs teammate, Travis Kelce. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. We'll call that a punt of 54 yards. Well struck. And the NFC will take over deep in their own territory with a 1st and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he sheds a tackle. Now he's got some space. The 20, 10, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100.
Partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Oh, boy, rubbing a little salt in the wound there, going for 2 up this big.
You know, there's one time when I played, Brandon, and played against a team that was just absolutely pile driving us, and they ended up going for 2 late in the game. And I asked one of the guys, why'd you do that? He said, because we wanted to win by more. That feels like that type of situation.
Wow. Well, could also result in a melee later, though. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. And he gets it to his KC running mate. That's Tyreek Hill. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. On first down, Mahomes. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. So line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Mahomes now to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Now the NFC going to call the first. Of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. Here's Brett Kern now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Here comes Cohen. For a second like he might take it all the way, but as it stands, it's still a massive return. And the NFC is going to have a short field as they take over 1st and 10. Now Gurley. inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the NFC going to take a timeout, their second. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Gurley again here on first down. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. And this is going to be caught. So add 2 more to the lead as they continue to pour it on here in the fourth. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The AFC offense set to take their next drive. And it's great to see the stars all out in one place, but in terms of football, what's really great to see is a very entertaining Pro Bowl as we are tied in the fourth quarter.
And how many of these guys thought going into this game, after a pretty easy week heading into it, that the pressure would ratchet up now, and someone has to make a play, which means someone will have a play made against them and not have to live with that for the rest of the year.
And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. So, Charles, a victory for the NFC. Final thoughts on this Pro Bowl?
We had some fun, didn't we?
Absolutely.
A lot of excitement, some big plays to watch, a lot of those great matchups that we don't get to see during the regular season because sometimes teams don't play against each other. And, oh, by the way, no one got hurt. There's the win for everyone. I think the fans enjoyed this one.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. So long, everybody. Welcome to Madden NFL 20. Here you can try the all-new QB1 face of the franchise or enjoy the Madden you already know and love.